With the summer sizzle starting to fizzle, cooler heads are looking to lock in a wellness routine fit for the fall and beyond. Lucky for you, Ritual's high standards don't drop with the temperature. Fully committed to traceable science and sourcing, Ritual is shaking up the supplement industry with high-quality ingredients and scientifically developed formulas. With them, you know what you're taking, where it comes from, and why it's important. They've got every base covered, from their clinically backed Women's 18-plus multivitamin to groundbreaking options like stress relief and sleep melatonin, which both use first-of-its-kind bioseries technology designed to optimize formula delivery. And right now, for a limited time, get up to 40% off your first month at ritual.com/podcast.
Welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast. Hey, it's JD here, back for another week of flipping through the pages of our favorite magazine that is the catalog of seminal indie rock band Pavement, looking for recipes, ephemera, maybe a coupon or two to cut down on our monthly food bills. Well, that would be just sublime, wouldn't it? My name is JD. I am uncool and underqualified to be delivering you this news, yet here I am, ringing my bell as though I am the town crier, sending you the information that you need prior to the advent of magazines, even. What did we do before magazines? My God. So there's that. I hope you're well. I hope that, here's my strategy for staying well. I just avoid most of reality, and it tends to work for me. Now, for the last few weeks, I've been amiss. I've been out of sorts. And so I thought, rather than subject you to, my blobbity blahs, and yet here I am giving you ample blobbity blahs, I thought I would just take some time away. And so I did that. It started out as 2 weeks, and then it ended up being, the entire month of October. But here we are. It's November, and fuck, isn't it grand? It's just so great. I'm recording this before November because I assume November is going to fucking suck. November in Toronto is, one of those suck months where October is wonderful because you get, a day like today, which was 16 degrees Celsius and brightly sunny all day, just gorgeous day. Not what we'd want in the summer, but in the fall, there's nice respite from, the pumpkin spice gray that hues the sky, as it were. So there's that. I don't have any real news in the way of the band. I've been talking to Spiral and Bob a little bit just through text, but nothing substantial at all. Hoping to get both of them back on the show at one time. It would be a real fucking hoot to get them both at the same time. I think that would just be great because, Bob could just run the show, and he is just so generous and giving with information, and he's just a fantastic guest. And then Scott has got this memory of those early days, and it's just, it would be really cool to hear them talking about the watery sessions, for example. Here's something that fucking bothers me. Okay, I'm going to tell you something that bothers me. I'm normally a pretty laid back dude, but there are a lot of people out there that are under the false impression that Bob and Mark play on Watery Domestic, and they don't. Watery Domestic is still the last Steve, Spiral, and Gary record. That's who's on that record. Bob was there for the sessions. I'm not sure if Mark was, but Bob was there for sure, for at least a portion of them. But to the best of my knowledge, did not participate in the sessions. So there is that. This week we are continuing our journey through Terror Twilight, a very divisive record, a divisive farewell to our favorite band. I don't know exactly where to even start with how I feel about this record, because again, it was my gateway, but I was able to traverse the gateway and fall in love with Crooked Rain first, and then later Brighten the Corners. Slanted and Wowie are both fucking dynamite records that blew my mind. But I never had that relationship with them, you know? Those other three records I had relationships with. There are times in my life that I could, if we were sitting having beer, I could say, well, this is what was happening in my life. And I was listening to this record. It was the soundtrack. And God, this whole show is nostalgic. Fuck, so nostalgic. Man. Anyway, so there's that. I will tell you that this week's episode, we're going to focus on a song called Platform Blues. Not my favorite song. If this was the kicker on the record, I don't know how I would feel. And yet, Godrich had it as the kicker on the record. Now, I get it. It's sort of like ambles into, you know, a fucking real fun song. But then it bogs down again. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if my story, if I don't know if I'm doing this podcast right now, if that's the lead off song. And Ground Beef, unless I'm wrong, Ground Beef is Platform Blues, and Ground Beef was what Godrich wanted to kick off the record. I am opening my copy of Perfect Sound Forever right now, and I'm flipping to the page where it describes those songs, and here we are. Ground Beef was the Godrich first track. Now, if you're a subscriber to the podcast, you know that already because you've listened to the Godrich sequence episode. But yeah, I don't know. There are portions of that Godrich sequence that I fucking adore. I adore. But yeah, I don't know, man. What can I say? So, Platform Blues. Ground Beef. I'm going to play you a live cut from Coachella 99, which is notorious for Malk not being able to sing particularly well. And he addresses that in this live clip. There's a little bit of a hiss. I apologize. The other thing that I think is cool is that he addresses the song by its name, Ground Beef. So I'm trying to think when Coachella happens. I mean, no. Coachella is 99. The record comes out in 99. And Coachella isn't early enough in the year for it. It would have went to press. It would have went to press as Platform Blues. But yeah, Malk calls it Ground Beef, and it's, I don't know, I think that's fucking cool. I also love where the song goes. It starts out with a nice instrumental leading into, the full band arrangement. Bob on harmonica, and tambourine and cowbell. The rest of the band is up to their usual shenanigans. Steve on drums, Mark on bass, Spiral and SM on guitars. SM doing lead vocal on this one. So, you all know that though, because you've listened to my bullshit for, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes at this point. And you're like, yeah, you don't have to fucking tell me that Mark Eibel plays bass for Pavement, you fucking idiot. I know that already. Hey, listen, just chill out. Just cool down. Okay? I'm going to take your drink away from you. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drink it. After I drink your drink in front of you, well, you're already mad at me. I'm going to say just calm down, dude. Just calm down. And that is what you call theater of the mind. So let's listen to this live version of Platform Blues. This is, of course, our favorite band, Pavement, and they are playing live at Coachella in the year 1999, the same year that the record came out. This is Platform Blues on Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast.
A canal. All right. Yeah, ground beef. That's a good idea. That way I don't have to sing. So good.
His own reward, a Serengeti nightmare for the Echo Tour. He's a nice guy, but I like him for good. Thanks to people like you, I'm no longer here. Drake versus the snake. Got it on the camera for posterity, but my stolen wild dog has got cut. See the shepherd from the autobus. Got the right to sit on the trees. Well, it was whatever, baby. I'm hungry. Got the right to sit on the trees. Yeah, instead of living up my wonderful friend.
don't know. I sort of dig it, man. Like, I like the end. It's not a song that is on my top. Oh God, this is going to be harsh. Are you ready for this? I'm about to be harsh with you. The song isn't in my top 50. The song is not in my top 50 Pavement songs. Ground Beef. I'm a vegetarian, where the musical version of You is regarded. So there's that. Let's listen to the studio version now. It's obviously it's God-richified, so it sounds fucking just magnificent. It sounds glorious in all of its guitar gaudiness, but just doesn't, I don't know, doesn't tickle my fancy the way I need it to. So this is Platform Blues on Medium Alchemists, a Pavement podcast.
Make us tense,
See, so the studio version takes you to that outro, which is fucking great. But it takes a while to get there. It's like, I don't know, I guess it's like a car trip. It's like a car trip to, I don't know, a car trip to an orgy. It's it's going to take a while to get there, but when you get there, you're going to get fucked. And it's great. So that's what I got to say about that song. And that's what I got to say about this week. I'm going to bow out now. And I don't know why I'm talking like this, but there you go. It's got to be the marijuana. Be well, stay great, and wash those goddamn hands.
Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalcolmus.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malcolmus.
As the summer sizzle fades, it's time to establish a wellness routine that's here to stay. Ritual is shaking up the supplement industry with their focus on traceable science and high-quality ingredients. They've got every base covered, from their clinically backed women's 18-plus multivitamin to their stress relief and sleep melatonin, both using first-of-its-kind BioSeries technology designed to optimize formula delivery. For a limited time, get up to 40% off your first month at ritual.com/podcast.